have a look. So, at 4.1, it says AB is on the circle and DBE is the tangent to the circle at point B. Daar wys ek vir jou, jy kan niks sien nie. Daar wys ek vir jou die prentjie ook hieronder, so ek gaan saam met jou daar gaan krap en teken. So the first thing, so the triangles that we're working in is EBA, that big one, and that small one. Okay, good. Now, the first thing that you should have seen is the letter E is in both of those triangles. No. So, if you go look at the two triangles, dan is hoek E gemeen. Angle E is common. No? Because we've got to prove similarity, I'm either going to prove it with using 3 angles, or I'm going to prove it by using 3 sides, no? Showing that they are proportional. Maar in hierdie geval het ek glad nie lengtes van sye gehad nie. Nee. So I obviously had to use the angles. Okay, right. The second thing, and over here, I initially tried to get the third angle, which I did not write here, and that was very difficult. No? So, ek het gister vir julle gesê, jy kan gaan cheat. You can cheat. And have a look at what was given. Because if you look at the way that they wrote it, angle E, kyk gou waar ek vir jou highlight. E moet dieselfde wees as E. That is what we just proved. No. Then, angle B in the small triangle must be the same as angle C in angle B in the big triangle must be the same as angle C in the small triangle. That was the difficult one. Wat ek nie lekker kon gaan sien nie. Nee. Toe gaan sê ek, okay, daai lyk nie baie lekker nie, maar angle A in the big triangle will be the same as angle B in the small triangle. Nou kyk gou, met ander woorde, what we're saying is angle A will be the same as angle B in the small triangle, wat eintlik B3 is. Nee. En toe ek dit gaan doen, toe sien ek dadelik, what is that forming? Have a look. There's my tangent. There's my chord. Kyk gou, can you see B3 is the angle between the tangent and the chord? See julle dit? And then the angle right across that chord is R, meaning B3 will be the same as A. En my rede daar is tangent chord. Nee, so daai lyk baie makliker. So that difficult other angle, I didn't even have to go look at it. Ek hoef eers te gaan soek het, nee. Want ek het klaar 2 hoeke wat dieselfde is, so die derde hoek hoef ek glad nie te gaan bewys nie. Nee. So then from there on, I can say that therefore triangle EBA is similar to ECB. En jou rede, onthou want dis waarvoor jy eintlik die punt kry, is angle, angle, angle. You guys good with that? Is you okay? Wait. You said angle? CE, that's not an angle. CE is a line. So just look at how you wrote it. Ek het gesê CE. Remember, a tangent only touches the circle. If you were talking about this line, can you see it cuts through the circle there? So therefore not a tangent. Okay. And remember, when we talk about a specific angle, were you talking about this one or were you talking about that one? You don't know? Okay. Because when we write an angle, you can't just have CE. Want kyk gou-gou? CE. That's a line. But you could have said CEB. You see, then it forms an angle. So then I'm actually talking about this angle. No. Sien jy ook? Okay. Laat ek gou hoor, wie het nog hier gesukkel? Who still struggled here? You guys fine? Okay, hoorie, van maandag af het ek weer 'n volle skerm, hoor? So dan gaan ons die hele bladsy kan gebruik. Kan ek maar skip? Okay. Kom ons kyk gou na nommer 5. Nommer 5 sê hulle vir my, hulle sê vir jou, hoekie E is 90, en dan wys hulle watter is loodreg op mekaar. They're giving you sides as well, but we didn't need most of that, because you only did 5.1. By 5.1 vra hulle vir jou, jy moet bewys dat hierdie twee driehoeke gelykvormig is. So again, because it's similarity, it's either all three sides or all three angles. Het ons al die sye by hierdie driehoeke? Nee? You could have worked it out, maybe at this triangle. Sorry, no? But I rather went for the angles. Okay. Good. So they're talking about FHG, so this small triangle. And then they also talk about FED, so FED, that big one. Okay? Nou, heel eerste wat jy my moes gesien het, is F is in albei van hulle, nee. F is part of both triangles. So you will see that I started with saying angle F is common. Nee, dis 'n gemeene hoek. Okay. Right, so now I've got one already. Dan, look at what was given. En onthou, in meetkunde, niks word verniet gegee nie. It's always given for a specific reason. Nee? We give you just enough information to be able to do the sums. So if you're struggling with something, what I do is I go look at the sketch and I see, okay, this I've already used. That I've already used. Hier's iets wat ek nog nie gebruik het nie. So maybe this is my clue. Maybe this is why I'm struggling. I haven't used that part. Okay, elke liewe stukkie is gegee met 'n doel. Okay, nou kyk gou hierso. Sien jy hoek H and angle E? They are both 90 degrees. Nee? Okay, so that's my next step. Angle H is equal to angle E, and they're both equal to 90 degrees. And I didn't have to give a reason there because that was given to me. Nee, dis gegee. So ek hoef dit net te gaan aflees hê. En nou het ek klaar twee van my drie hoeke. And the third angle will eventually then also be the same if I take 180 minus, so I didn't have to go any further. So dan kan ek sê driehoek FHG is gelykvormig aan FED, and the reason angle, angle, angle. Okay. Any questions? Good. Okay, now you guys had to do number 1 as well. Nee. So kom ons skip gou soontoe. Wag ja, ek sal nou nog gou terugkom na daai toe. Right. So by nommer 1, at number 1, they said, hulle gee vir jou klomp sye, nee? A, B is 24, B, C 21, etc. Ek gaan nou nie deur almal van hulle gaan lees nie, because it is indicated on the sketch. Then they say, prove that triangle ABC, so this big one, yeah, just nou waar my screen ingegee het, that big one is similar to DEF, so the small one in here. No. Okay, nou wat ons gaan doen is, at similarity, ek gaan nou net gou soontoe skuif dat ek kan krap op hom. At similarity, we use either the angles or all the sides. Wat gaan ek nou hier moet gebruik? Al die sye. Nee, want daar's geen hoeke vir my gegee nie. Okay, now yesterday I told you guys what I do is I first go take the longest side. Okay, so die langste sy van my groot driehoek is daai AC. Kan julle nie dit sien nie? AC, which is 27. And the longest side at the small triangle was the 9. So DE. Nee, daar kan jy sien, I take 27 over 9. Nee, I know the memo doesn't say it, but I actually want you guys to rather say AC over DE is equal to 27 over 9, and then you can say equal to 3. Okay, so get into the habit of doing that, because when I'm marking your work and I don't understand exactly what, I can go and ask you here in class. Nee? Maar, kom aan. Maar, einde van matriek. The person marking your paper, they don't know who you are. They don't know what you mean on how you usually write things in your test. So they can only, they can only mark what you gave them. So be very specific. Okay, good. Then the next one, I take my shortest side. Okay, nou die kortste sy by hierdie groot driehoek is die 21. And the shortest side with that small triangle will be the EF. So I'm going to take, you're going to say BC over EF is equal to 21 over 7. I can't write it on that page because it's on the wrong side of my screen, my broken screen. Okay, so just add that there, please. And then 21 over 7, simplified, again, going to give me 3. Good. Now we take the remaining side. Yeah. Okay, so the remaining side at the big triangle will be the AB. And the remaining side at the small triangle gaan wees die DE. So jy gaan sê AB op DE. AB over DE is equal to 24 over 8. Over here you'll see it. And that simplified is 3. Okay, now, once we see that all of these are the same, dan kan jy gaan sê, omdat hulle dieselfde is, beteken dit hulle is mooi in proporsie groter of kleiner gemaak. It's in proportion. So therefore, triangle ABC is similar to DEF, and your reason will be sides proportional. Sye eweredig. Nee? Okay. You guys good with that? Any questions? Laat ek hoor. Huh? Okay, dan by 1.2 sê hulle vir jou bepaal die oppervlak van DEF oor die oppervlak van ABC. Okay, so at the top we start with a small triangle, né? Nee, nou, ag sorry, ek kon nog daai highlight wegvat. As hy. Good, so the area of that small triangle. Nee? Gelukkig het ek mos nou al my sye gekry, maar het ons gister gesê, the main thing is, you want to end with the same angle, so that we can go and cancel out. Nee, maar nou, moet jy gaan kyk na, which angles would be the same. Now, I can't do that, so I've got to do it with a mouse. So either angle A and angle D, jy kan nie dit sien nie. D and A, nee? Or B and E. B en E is dieselfde. Nee? Of jy gebruik vir C en F. Want hulle is dieselfde. Nee? Want in the previous ones that we have done, it was, the angles were, dit was 'n gemeene hoek geweest. Nee, so then we just said it was a common angle. So then we said sine R, and at the second one it was also sine R. So then we knew that those could cancel out. Nee, maar hier moes jy gaan soek vir watter hoek is dieselfde. So we're going to work with angle E and angle B. Okay, so in that small triangle, because we're working with angle E, dan beteken dit, I'm going to use that side and this side and then sine E. Do you guys agree? So have a look at the bottom here. Half times 8 times 7 times sine E. Okay, then the big triangle, omdat hoek E en hoek B dieselfde, so I'm working from angle B, so I've got to use that side and this side. Want ons het yesterday we said it's got to be two sides and the inclusive angle, right? So that is why at the bottom here, I'm talking about half times 24 times 21 and I'm sin B. Who's nie by daar? Who doesn't understand? Is julle reg? As ek vir julle so enig gee van julle dit kan doen. You sure? Ek dink ons moet verslag weer 'n klastoetsie skryf. Okay. So nou, jy sal sien die halwe kanselleer die halwe kanselleer mekaar uit, daai half en hierdie half. And then sine E with sine B and then 8 times 7 over 24 times 21. Dat geef jou 'n baie groter getal, but simplified, it's going to give you 1 over 9. Okay.
So then with the certain proportion, with the end of the result, we can use it in the end.
Yes. Yeah. When like here, we had sides proportional, right? But sides proportional was just the reason why they would be similar. And when two triangles are similar, the angles are exactly the same, right? It's just the size of them is different. Okay. So that's why I had to look for the same angles from each triangle and then from there decide what the sides will be that are. Okay. Right. Any other questions here? Nothing work? Goed. Dan 1.3. Bepaal die grootte van E. So we now want E, that one. Correct to 2 decimals. Maar, onthou julle, ek het vir julle gesê, look at how it is asked. Nee? When you get to a question and you're kind of stuck, check what they asked you previously. Because 99% of the time, you're going to use that information to get the next one. Wat het hulle nou net vir my gevra om uit te gaan werk? Die oppervlak, nee. Okay. So hier sê hulle, 9 squared will be equal to 8 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 8, 7 cos E. Okay, excuse, ek het nou gedink hulle gaan oppervlak gebruik. But you could also have used the area, nee? Ek gaan nou vir julle daar wys. Okay, so if I multiply these out, then it would give you 112 cos E is equal to 32. Nou raak ek ontslaaf van die 112 daarvoor. If I take the 112 over, it would be the 32 divided by 112. Kom ek skryf hom gou. Oops, sorry. Just going to put it over here, so then I can write on it. If I take that, this over, then it would be 32 over 112, and that simplified gives me that 2 over 7, right? And then to get angle E, hoe doen ek dit nou weer? Shift course, 2 over 7, right? And you usually, if they don't state anything, you always round off to 2 decimals, right? Okay, so 37.4, as ek reg is, het hulle nie iets gesê, hulle sê, correct tot 1 decimale plek, nee? So that's why we only rounded off to 4. All right, initially it was 73.3984504. Okay, so uiteindelik 4, 5, N. And ek sê dit nou net, nee, I know it might not be necessary because you guys are grade 12, but I'm just repeating again, because we rounded off to 1 decimal, jy gaan kyk na die tweede enetjie, nee. Ek het nou reg 'n graad 11 kind gehad wat gesukkel het met afronding. So we kind of assume you guys know how, so that's why I'm just saying it again. Because that number is 9. it means that the first decimal, die 3, moet opgaan. Nee? So then it becomes a 4. Okay. When does it move up? Wat moet daai getalletjie wees? 5 of meer. Yes. Okay. If it was less than 5, what happens then? Hy wat? Hy bly dieselfde, ja. Hy raak nie minder nie. Then it would just have stayed 3. Wat sê ene? Ja? Nee. Maar as hulle net sê rond af tot 1 desimaal, nee, dan kyk ek net na daai tweede. So I only look at the 4, and because it's 4, it means it would be 73,3. Okay, so jy kyk altyd net na die enetjie wat na hom is. Die res kan jy maar ignoreer. Ja, as jy hier moes afgerond het tot 2 desimale, dan kyk ek na daai 8, nee? En omdat hy meer as 5 het, it means that this one has got to move up, so dan raak hy mos nou 'n volle 10, met ander woorde, dan gaan jy dit hê, 4, and you've got to write the 0. Jy mag nie dan net sê 0,4 nie, want hulle het gevra vir 2 desimale, so jy moet 2 plekkies gee, al is daai tweede en dan nou 'n 0. Okay. Right, laat ek hoor, wat nog? Is dit koud? Moet ek afsit? Ja. Can I please go to? Okay, kom ons kyk gou daar. Ek wil hom nou sommer weer daar op sy plek skryf. Hoe dan kan ek